Okay, so welcome to the finale of getting my seed started. As you'll notice in this video, I kind of sped this up. I did it really slowly beforehand where you guys could see exactly what I was doing. Now it's just a matter of holding me accountable to getting those seeds in on that day. So you just get to see that part, and it's sped up, but you can still understand what I'm saying. It's just a little quicker. So if you have any questions about this video, of course, reach out. Thanks.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. Last time we got the moonflowers, and as you can see, I have made some labels. My handwriting kind of sucks, but that's my morning glories. I just buy popsicle sticks. It's the easiest way, and I can use them if I decide to grow the same thing again. I won't have to remake them. So this one is my honeycomb hybrid tomato. But I'm going to use this little cell tray, so you can purchase these, but I saved it from the last time I bought plants. You just are really careful about taking it out of there. But I needed to use something a little bit bigger than this to get my cucumbers started. So I'm going to use that to do my cucumbers and probably my peppers. I'm not exactly sure yet. We're going to figure it out as we go along. And I know I want to do golden jubilees, and those require a bigger thing. But before I get too far into this, I want to fill this up with dirt, and I want to do the mammoth sunflowers. This is the one that got like the most requests, and so guys, this is so handy with your seedlings. So when they start to sprout, you want to use this to keep it wet, and like you can just angle it, but it also makes sure that ensures that you're not overwatering. So I'm gonna make this like where it'll shoot like straight like that. And so a lot of people say, well, once I get it to sprout, if I do get it to germinate, what do I do next? And the biggest problem with seedlings is overwatering them. I have killed plenty of them, and that's pretty much how I kill every plant, is overwatering. So you want to aim it directly like at these. That's why I like these, because you can get on the side of them. But you don't want to hit the stem of the seedling. And I'll go over this again once they sprout. But that's pretty much how you want to water it. Get the water in there like that. Or you can pour water down in this, and the roots will suck up what it needs. But you just want to get directly to where you need it for the most part, and don't get it on the actual stem. But I'm going to water this. I filled this up so it dried out a little bit, but I want to get these sunflowers sown inside of it. Should not take long for them to germinate, so I'm just make sure this is really wet. I'm going to let that soak up a little bit. And the Dippy Seed Starter mix I told you guys about, I'm going to use that to fill up these trays. So this is the part that I basically avoided with having the peat pellets. Made life so much easier, but the seed starting mix is really good for your seedlings. It's like the perfect balance for them. Not too many nutrients. You don't want to over fertilize your seedlings. And if you notice, I have discussed fertilizer, or maybe I haven't yet. I haven't posted those videos, but I will discuss fertilizing. But I really don't fertilize my seedlings. They pretty much get all they need from my seed starter mix. So, and if you guys can't see that, and I may need to turn on this light here. 1 second. Okay, so I am back and ready to get these on, well, to get them planted. So this one will be the Sweetie Cherry. And I really just have a Sharpie right there. And just going to stick that down in there. And these two cells will be the yellow pear. And bring that a little closer for you. So, yellow pear, golden jubilee, and the Sweetie Cherry. And so that is these here. Golden Jubilee, yellow pear. And I did order these off of Amazon. Also not sponsored. But then I have my sunflower seeds that I've been promising. Here's where I plant the sunflowers. Once again, you don't want to disturb these roots, so this is perfect. And I'm like the sunflower, and I just keep them together. But I can tell when my stuff starts to sprout. After it gets those true leaves, the next set of leaves, I can pretty much tell what it is. And these three will be my cucumbers. Notice how these cells are much bigger compared to like this. So they just need a little bit more space, and that's how those chocolate cherry and the other one will be once it sprouts, but I'll just put it down in a bigger cell whenever it gets to that point. So here we go. Without further ado, let's do this. And I'm just going to choose two of them out of here. I do not overseed. That's especially not sunflowers. They're like the easiest to germinate. I probably would overseed my tomatoes before my sunflowers, but I've had pretty good germination rates with those as well. So, remember I use this little thingy here. I'm just going to dig a little hole in there. Can you guys see that? Oops. So, a little hole. Drop it in there. And cover it up. So, I really just lay my seeds flat for the most part. And do it like that. Cover it up. Spray it in. Sorry guys, it feels like there's like a shadow or something. Like I'm not getting the best lighting. So, there we go. So that's that, and it's ready to go. So now I'm just going to do this one. So that's that. And I drop that in there. I'm going to lay it down. And I'm not being rough at all. And I'm going to cover it up. And so I only did one. As I always say, you guys are more than welcome to do more. Best way to water your seedlings. And those two will go back here. And I'm going to move right along to this one. Oops. So these seeds are very small. So I'm going to put two here and two there. Just because they're so small, I don't remember my germination rate. I think it was okay, but just to be on the safe side, I want to do, and I'm really just dropping them in there. See that? And you want a light fluffy mix because when the seedling starts to sprout, remember it is like a baby, it can't fight through. So some people will get their seedlings to germinate, but they don't know because the seedling couldn't push through because they covered it with a heavy soil. So that one's all ready to go. Moving on to my Golden Jubilee. Golden Jubilee. But this one I know that I had a pretty good germination rate, so I'm only doing two for each cell. So one per cell. So if you trust yourself, there you have it. So my nails do help out some with this, but I know there's a lot of white stuff, but there we go right there, and there we go. So I'm going to make sure I wet down in there, make sure it's really wet. And, oops, I'm going to cover that up very lightly. Shouldn't have a problem pushing through. All right. And these seeds are a little bit darker, so they're going to be harder to see, but I'm just going to repeat the same process. So awesome. The last thing I have to do is my cucumber. So I'm going to just make a little hole in there and close up these seedlings. Cucumber. Cucumber seeds are pretty big, so we're bigger than others. So I'm just going to drop that one down in there. I'm going to get these. I'm doing the same thing again, over and over. And there. Covered it up. Alright, so those are that, and I used my cover to put my seedlings in because it kind of uses, like this tray here, I can use it like that. And now, I have these pods, and so I want marigolds. These keep pests out of your yard for the most part. So, and I need something to prevent pests. So I am doing the same thing with these again. And I'm just going to open it up a little bit in the middle and drop a seed down in there. So. Okay. This is how marigold seeds look. A little different. but they're still going to do the same exact thing. And I'll do one marigold as well. Even if I just don't drum it, I don't think I need that many marigolds, so grabbing this, see it? Just gonna lightly tap that on top of there. Spread it. That's it. And we need another water bottle soon. Okay. So there's my marigolds. So for an herb, you definitely want to do more than one. I would not do that for herbs. You should have 2 to 3 seedlings of each. Of course, you're not going to see these that well, but just going to cover them up like that. Just get that.
Okay, guys, so that concludes the finale of my seed startings. You've seen every single seed that I've gotten started for this season. I think that'll be it. If I decide to sow any more seeds, then I will, of course, bring you along for that. But stay tuned to see their progress.